is so exciting.
We have our instructions written behind us.
Yes. Because we
Welcome to Stacy and Andrew. Okay, I'm Andrea.
I'm Stacy.
Yeah. And we've decided we're going to do podcasts. So welcome to it. This is episode 1. We have 0 experience, and
it doesn't show at all. We look like professionals.
We're naturals. We were deciding what we want to do because we've always wanted to venture into something, but we've just always been so afraid to try. That's a lie. We'll explain that later. It's too much to get into
try just
right
about
now.
anything. But for me personally, recording myself is huge.
You were nervous about that.
Yeah, it's huge. Much like
we've talked about a podcast for a long time. Stacy always just wanted to start with voice, but that would just not.
But last night she was like, "Let's look at the camera." Yeah, and I was like, "Oh, it's a camera."
You look good on the camera, actually.
Well, you do too.
I have issues, but
that's why I have my hair like this. So we're going with video instead of voice, which I think lends to our personalities a little better, seeing that I'm so hick and I don't look as hick. I don't wear cowboy hat and boots. I do. I wear muck boots.
They make my feet hot. I got
my glasses on windows looking out them. Could you imagine if I had a cowboy hat on and tried to turn to look and see if traffic's coming? No. Yeah.
I've got some boots, but they're the knitted kind.
Oh, yeah.
My feet breathe. But.
Oh, you remember when you wore those out to Lake Birchie and we did all the cattails?
No, the first time when we used to go out there for other reasons, to get the other business, the other business.
It wasn't illegal.
I wore my first pair of knitted mucklucks that I had, and didn't take into account stickers. They were ruined that first day. I never got them out. They were embedded into it. I couldn't get them out. So I'm more aware of that now. We didn't say the date.
It's December 2nd. And we're super excited because it is episode 1. And we've kind of decided just to do a one take.
Yeah. And we didn't wait for the new year. We know the new year's coming up, new decade, 2020. Everybody's excited about that. But we wanted to get the ground, hit the ground running now. We literally just got our equipment in, unboxed it, set it up, and started the next day.
Yeah,
literally. We did one trial run. Yep. It's all brand new to us.
And then instead of calling today, she sent me a nice video, which was kind of cool.
With sound.
It was nice.
Yeah, and clarity.
Yeah.
It was different. It was definitely different than FaceTime.
Yes, definitely.
I was kind of worried about that because I could never hold that at a decent angle.
Not a acceptable angle in my mind. It's always like,
oh, can we tell where we're from?
Yeah. You want me to tell them?
We'll just break out into chorus. Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plain.
Yes, we're from Oklahoma. We're proud.
Okies. That's not a bad word. I don't care what California tries to throw at you. It's a term of endearment.
I think they all secretly own land here and in Texas anyway. Yeah. We have several movies shooting around our particular town, which...
Yay, Hollywood. Yeah. Stacy's a movie buff.
I'm a horror movie buff.
But you watch a lot of movies.
Do.
You go to movies.
I do go, by myself, because no one will go with me.
I watch reruns of shows that I liked when I was a child.
Yeah. And I always have Netflix kind of running in the background.
Yeah. And you like plots, and that's why you like to write.
Yeah.
Segue. Throwing it to you.
Yeah. I want to talk about Disney Plus.
Okay.
They have vintage, like Swiss Family Robinson, Willow.
Yeah, I saw
that. My goodness. I have been living my best 9-year-old life.
Mm-hmm. They also have Cinderella.
Yes.
And that was my favorite, still my favorite Disney princess movie. Yeah, but I did see that there was a lot of other ones. They have current classics that I like. I do like classic literature. So any movies made off of any classic literature, I'm all about that. So they had Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe on there. And yes I own the DVD trilogy, but it's not the same as watching it when it's not a DVD.
Right. It feels different.
It does. It really does.
I don't have to walk over and like push the button and let it eject and drop my disc in. Oh, but you probably have a fancy one where you just slide the DVD and it eats it and then plays it.
No.
Oh, good. We're the same.
Wilkersons are not up on technology.
In fact, I shouldn't say this, but my DVD player is a dual VHS player. And no one will let me keep it out. I have to plug it in, hook it up every time I want to use it.
Dean wanted one so bad because he has his VHS tapes from like back in the day.
Yeah.
And he wanted one. So I have a DVD player and a VHS player.
Stacked on top of each other?
No, it's like a combo thing.
Oh, that's what mine is.
20, 25 pounds. Takes up an entire shelf that needs support.
Yeah. We don't need weapons to defend our home. We have combo.
The first video store I remember in Shake and Shake, Aardvark video.
It was a contest. Yeah. The whole town got to vote on that name.
Really?
You put it in a big jar, and the winner got to pick it, and somebody picked the word Aardvark. But what I also remember is nobody owned a VHS player. Maybe one kid in school here. Yeah. You could rent them. You had to put a deposit down.
Yeah.
And then the Be Kind Rewind thing. If you didn't rewind, there was a fee.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Dad had a rewinder, and it was like a 1950s car, and it like opened in the back, and you put.
Oh, it looked like a car.
Yes. Okay. And you put it in, and it would rewind.
Like my car opens in the back.
It was so fancy. The boot.
We had one, but it was just a black little one. You put it in there and it rewound it faster.
Yes.
Or so you could watch. Because you didn't just rent one DVD or one VHS. You ran it a stack.
Okay, so the other one that was on this side of town over here, I can't remember the name of it. But in high school, when I had a boyfriend, the best thing, because I lived life right.
On the edge.
No, I was a straight edge. Is he would pick me up, and we would go to dinner sometimes, and then we would go to the movie rental place, and we'd hold hands and walk the whole outer wall because that's where the new releases were.
Yeah.
And we would pick out 3 or 4 movies, knowing full well we're not going to watch 3 movies because I had to be home at like 9 o'clock. And then we might order pizza instead of going to dinner.
G-rated, PG.
Oh, my goodness. He had cable, and we did not have cable, and I would have been happy watching cable television because I wasn't supposed to.
We didn't have anything that came on television. It was censored for us.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if they even hinted at a bad word, the show was over.
Yeah.
It just ended right there.
Boy, how did we end up the way we are? I guess everyone said that I was raised so strict that I would twist off, and boy, howdy.
It's called life.
It is.
Life does it to you. You adapt.
Mm-hmm.
You need a good solid start, but then you can find yourself.
It's
you got
true.
a good foundation, then you can just run the gamut and you come back to good. So
yeah.
There's something else I was thinking though when we're talking about like stuff that when you said you went out to eat. My favorite restaurant when I was a child was the Pizza Inn here.
Oh, yes.
That has a Pac-Man table.
Yes.
I was at Target. We're in
the one
Albuquerque.
You sat at and played?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was kind of flat.
Yeah.
It wasn't tall, but it was kind of flat, and it had the two-sided. Well, Target for like $189 had a little version, but right now at our Walmart for like $200, you can get one. It stands about like 4 feet high, and it looks like the vintage Pac-Man games. It's true. You can also get this thing for $10 that plugs into a smart TV, and you can play with it that way. But
the controller.
I just thought, how fun would that be in a waiting room, like at a dental office or something?
Maybe we should start like a pinball video room. I could play pinball all day long.
Is that that's the only thing I got skills for because it's just chance.
Yeah.
Well, you have one motion.
Yeah.
Oh, I can play miniature golf.
You can?
Mm-hmm.
I can hurt myself.
Never do I play miniature golf that I don't get at least 1 or maybe 2 holes in one.
Seriously. Mm-hmm. I usually hit 1 or 2 family members, either with the ball or the club.
Because you get air.
Yeah.
Well, I just hit mine like hard enough that it ricochets so much that it's like the odds are good that the angle's going to cross at some point.
Yeah. I just swing my club randomly, or I put it across my neck and have my arms, and I swing around to say hey, and I hit someone with it.
When you went as a kid, did you fight over which color ball you got? Like there was blue, green, pink, yellow. Red.
No, I didn't. But I was also the kid that when my brother wasn't looking, I'd knock it in the hole for him.
That was nice. That was nice. My brother was little and he would cry on the last one when it would go down and not come back. It would really upset him, because like it's the very last hole, I took it all the way back.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't think Chick-fil-A ever had a miniature golf thing.
They have what they call miniature golf in front of the drive-in theater, the Chief drive-in theater.
Oh yeah, they have the little putt-putt.
Yes, it's still active. It's open all year, limited through the winter, but we go out every summer a couple times. I have a friend that works out there, and it is so fun. Especially,
it's always like a double feature too. So once you pay to get in, you got like 2 movies to watch.
We'll put a link to that. The thing is you can't bring in your own food and drink. Right. But man,
they
load up a couple.
Concession stand
they really do. Load up a couple of cars of people and go out. Bring your lawn chairs and watch a movie.
Do they charge by the car or by the person?
By the car.
By the car. So
I
can't remember.
Don't get me to lying.
Well, we'll look. It'll be on their website. So when we
I should know this. Sure. I go all the time.
I can't remember.
I can't remember either. Used to it was the
feature. It was like by the car.
Used to when I was a kid, it was by the car because we would cram as many people as we could in there. But
well, Chick-fil-A Entertainment, Chief Drive-In, definitely unique, awesome rinks up there.
Ooh, you know what we have right now that they need to know about? The Festival of Lights.
Unless there's moisture.
And, well, we can talk about that. They have done the Festival of Lights for a couple decades now.
In Chick-fil-A, there's an area called Shannon Springs Park, and it is superb as far as small town parks go. It's got a beautiful, well-maintained, I guess you'd call it like a pond, but it looks like a little mini lake. It's got a beautiful bridge you can walk over. I mean, we've been playing there. I've been playing there since I was little.
WP built the walls, the rock walls, and the bridges and things out there.
It's gorgeous.
They have splash pads.
Yeah, they recently added a splash pad. When we were little, there used to be a petting zoo.
Yeah, well, me too. It was a peacock.
I don't know if it was a petting zoo. It was like a
there was a peacock and some other animal. But back in the day, they had bears and tigers and these huge Victorian cages. Oh my goodness! And they had a train that you could ride. I think the Lions Club operated it or something. But now.
You can probably see pictures of that in the downtown museum.
Oh, I bet so. Yeah. Now they string it with lights, trees, every branch, the bridge, and then you as yourself could make a display, your company can make a display, and they'll set it out. So there's all kinds of really cool things. They have vendors. This year they have a carousel and a Ferris wheel, and they have the food vendors.
They still have the carriage rides. Like the horses around.
I don't know.
I think I saw the
carriages. It just opened right before Thanksgiving. So I haven't been I've been through it, just driving through, but I didn't pay. It was late. It was like 15 minutes before it closed. But they added the ice skating rink this year, which is really cool. They have a gift shop out there. However, depending on who you ask in Chickasha, the lights are a great thing or they're an awful thing because of the traffic that it brings in. Only a few restaurants really reap any benefit of the people that come.
Well, they're the ones that stay open. Like, you gotta stay open. You have to play
because like bus loads, like the big tour buses come through. And so traffic was so bad that a few years ago, they rerouted it to go outside of town and around and come in. I don't really care either way if we have the festival or not. I love going out to the park with my family and looking at stuff, and it's just tradition at this point. But there's been a recent development that has been kind of comical on Facebook. the big day is Thanksgiving, and the day after, of course, because everybody's in town, and
all the way up through Christmas every weekend.
Yes, it'll be gridlock.
I mean, and this is advertised on like the state tourism things.
Mhm.
You know, it's on the list. So when we say, you know, people come to see it, they drive an hour
Kansas,
or more to come
Oklahoma,
see it.
and we're central Oklahoma, so they drive hours to come.
Yeah.
Well, this year they upgraded the electrical boxes. And now I will be fair and say this is only information I've gleaned directly off of their Facebook page. I have not spoken to anyone to find out what the real issue is. So speculation on my part when it comes to what the issue is.
Yeah.
But they upgraded. You were gone on Thanksgiving vacation. And they upgraded the electrical boxes, and they're these huge.
They're not boxes. Well, I guess maybe they are a box, but they're massive.
Yeah.
Like 3 feet high.
Yeah.
Like.
Yes. So on the day after Thanksgiving, which is a huge day, it's when, I mean, everybody in town that has their family here goes out and they ride the rides, they eat the food, they do the whole deal. So it's a big,
unofficial opening night.
Yeah. It's a big moneymaker for the vendors that are there. People go out and eat. They stop and get things to drink places.
But what happened this year?
This year, the lights would not come on.
And they start at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
When it gets dark.
Weekdays it's till 10, weekends till 11. So they, at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, announced that they would not be open the day after Thanksgiving because
Wait for it.
The electricity won't come on due to moisture. Now, those of you who are not familiar with Oklahoma, we don't get like snows like you see like a Wyoming snow feet. We get gook.
Lots of gook.
Yeah, we
sludge. Well, not
slushy ice, like sleet, mist,
then it
rain.
Freezes, and then it thaws, and then it freezes, and it thaws. It's a cycle.
So you can't get much more moist.
I mean, if it snows or ices, it's gonna be there for a while.
Yeah,
it's not like the desert where it comes and then it dissipates the next day.
Just disappears.
We're not talking mountain slope ski snow here.
We're talking dangerous to drive in. Gonna bust your hip if you're not careful. Your shoes are trashed.
Yeah.
Yuck.
Sliding into ditches.
Yes.
That type of nasty. So
we had rain, if you want to call it. It was like a mister bottle was being sprayed for 3 days straight. And whatever sensor they have in the box, by speculation, I don't know. It's an outside box. Won't allow them to turn the lights on.
No lights.
No lights. This is called the Festival of Lights. So I don't know what they're doing to correct that. I don't know if there's a plan of action. But the comments, there weren't many, but they cracked me up. You know,
no one was mean. Though.
No, they were
if
just
anything,
funny.
They saw the sarcasm and the humor in it, but did point out that that's kind of a big failure, guys. I mean, get on the phone with the electrician, get it worked out.
Yeah.
Or just this hit and miss thing, that's not going to work.
I'm not saying they won't get it worked out, but I'm saying, how did this happen? Or my question is, I guess, how did this happen in the first place? I
don't know.
I think the word behoove. No, what is the word I'm thinking of? Perplexed.
Dictionary.
Oh, we were going to get a dictionary because I like to use big words and I have no idea what they mean.
We need a thesaurus.
We do. Yes. We need Alexa. Hey, Alexa, what does behoove mean? Or what's another word for...
My sister had an Alexa. Kimber's in love with it. It's her new friend. Alexa, play Holler Back Girl. Alexa, play Holler Back Girl.
Oh, my
Alexa,
goodness.
play Spice Girls. Yeah, for 2 days.
Kimber's 5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like cardio music.
Yeah.
She like those.
That's great. Well, I'm going to get her.
Yeah, with my friend. It's just comes forever.
I can't. I know the words, but I can't sing.
Better than the few times been around that. It's like the whole drive home. My sister and I got in a debate about what Holler Back Girl meant.
Ooh.
I guess it always meant something dirty, like, because I have only been around the block a few times. I thought, it meant don't give me a booty call type thing.
Yeah.
My sister said a hollerback girl is someone that mouths off, like, but doesn't, like, engage in the fight.
Interesting.
So I need to look that up and see what
hollerback
Gwen
girl.
said when she.
Yeah, what does Gwen say?
Gwen knows something about Oklahoma.
She does?
Gwen Stefani.
Mm-hmm. She does.
She's on old Blake Shelton.
Yeah. Oh, Blakester. I'm gonna just Google what is a hollerback girl.
Don't do video. Like, stay on the descriptive part just in case it's not pretty.
Oh,
we want to keep our show cheery.
Well, it gave me this song. I'm looking for
the song.
Urban Dictionary. It says one must first understand what it means to holla back. I'm clicking on it. Oh my. This is the most words.
A lot to read.
Normally it's just like.
That's a lot to read.
Yeah, okay.
I was looking for like 2 or 3 lines.
One responds to a verbal insult with their own verbal insult.
Okay.
I'm a hollerback girl.
So my sister.
I did not know.
I'm not a hollerback girl.
I am.
I don't give anybody a warning. I just jump in.
Yeah, you're not. You're not.
No.
But you say something trash to me. I'm probably going to say something.
You're clever. You're witty.
Funny and trash back to you.
You're witty.
And now I'll be like, that's right. I'm a hollerback girl. Did I just do that? Yes, I did. Yep. Well, now we're educated. We're all educated.
My sister was right. That's okay.
Yeah.
It's all right.
So how was your trip for Thanksgiving?
Snowed. Their lights stayed on. No.
Really?
Kimber got to go with us. My granddaughter's 5. She had to play in the snow with her and her papa, my husband Dean, and so they had a blast. Got to see my sister, my nieces, brother-in-law, mom and dad were there. It was all good.
Yeah.
It was pretty.
Nice.
Stopped in Roswell on the way.
How'd you like that?
It was good. Got to mark the International UFO Museum off
your list.
Yeah.
Hey, did you see the Aztec door? Or
That reproduction. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I liked that they had the thing that described what everything was.
Yes.
Most of them I agreed with. Some of them I thought was a stretch. But
I did like that they have the movie prop there. And I did all the penny machines when we went. All of the penny machines. Yes. You know, now they have them where you just put $1 in and it spits the penny out.
Yeah, it's not the same.
Robbing me of my joy. I collect pressed pennies. Yes, I do. They're in a jar and it stinks in there. Because I get in the jar for once in a while. I don't know why. I don't know if it changes it or what it does, but it smells bad.
Copper does have an odor.
And I mean, they've been in there for
taste. Like if you smell copper,
20
you can
years.
taste it. Like,
Yes.
And those were probably old pennies that were actually copper.
Probably.
I'm guessing. Unlike the whatever fake pennies we have now. They're not copper anymore. It's bad. People in Oklahoma still copper. They'll strip down copper.
See, if they had said that about the lights, like
someone stole their copper wiring, we'd be like, yeah.
It's so true. It was probably my meth door neighbors, as you would say.
Backpackers.
Yeah.
Walkers.
Oh, did I send you that video of the guy riding the unicycle with a cat on a leash in his backpack?
You gotta link that below if you
I don't
find it.
I don't know if I still have it. It's probably in our text if I sent it to you.
Did I tell you that I saw a guy pushing 2 children's bikes, one in each arm down
I would have
the road
been more impressed if he was pedaling them from the middle.
They were totally
like a foot on each bike.
I'm sure they were totally his.
Had to have been. I probably know his name, but I won't say it out loud. I'll show you a picture of him later, and you tell me if it was him.
If I can identify him, you're going to put it in the lineup. No, Chickasha is quite, it is an interesting town. It's fun.
You know.
We have things.
It's a small.
We're pretty downtown. Stacy works downtown.
Ooh, I do work downtown. I work in
a view of the city.
Yes, I work in the petroleum building in a quilt shop, and the lady that owns the quilt shop also owns the 5-story petroleum building, and it's the tallest building in town, and it's on the corner. It's the oldest building in town, I think, downtown.
Oh, it's still standing, I think.
Yes, and they have lights across the street now. It was the second, third year that they've had that, and they changed the color of the lights for the holidays, which just thrills me to no end.
And you said they painted the windows. I saw the windows were painted at the donut shop. It looks
good. Nice.
Like that
that's Adam Heilman and his wife go through Amber, and they go through, and you can hire them to paint the windows. We have a penguin on our door holding ice skates, which I picked because of the ice skating this week at the Festival Lights, because if I'm anything, I'm supportive of Chickasha.
Supportive of a lot of things.
In fact, in my bio,
a lot of people. We're on podcast 1.
I do support people. Oh, it's true. Well, I shouldn't talk about other people's business on here just yet. I was just going to tell you, I was excited for my friend Sully getting his studio and his property set up, but
that'll be cool.
Yeah, we'll have to have him on one day.
Probably have it going for that legend building.
Oh my goodness.
I have an idea for that building.
Okay.
I think the city needs to buy it and turn it into a community center.
Oh,
that's
nice.
What we're missing is a nice venue where it has like 2 or 3 good-sized rooms that people can rent for events and stuff. I mean, I know there's like the library room, the bank room, but one where the table and the chairs are there and you just rent it for like a lecture or whatever.
Or a wedding or whatever.
Yeah, a reception. You could rent it out. It'd be nice. Because the parking lot would be big enough to accommodate it.
Yeah.
I don't think it'd take too much of a do-over outside to make it look good.
I'm going to change this to the subject because that's how my mind works. I made muffins. I made Gail's recipe for muffins. It's not her recipe, but she made it. I tried it. It was good. So now
mini muffins.
Yeah, mini muffins. I'll forever call it Gail's recipe. Unfortunately, she's a wonderful cook. Baker. She has very involved recipes, but this is the one I gleaned from her. So I don't want it to sound like she doesn't know what she's doing. Gail is my boss at the quilt shop. But you take 1 box of spiced cake mix and 1 can of pumpkin pie filling, and you mix those 2 together.
Okay. Pumpkin pie filling, not pumpkin puree. Like it's a pumpkin pie filling.
Yes. That's what I used.
Seasoning.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then I furiously mixed it with a fork, and that didn't work. So I used a spoon, that didn't work, and I used a spatula, and that didn't work. And then I scooped it out and put it into my nice
2 ingredients, 5 utensils
mixer, 2 bowls. Because I had to take it out of that bowl, put it in the other one. But anyone with actual muscles, I'm sure could whip it up. But those, if I'd have busted up the cake mix first, it would have been so bad. But every time I thought it was good, I would get a spoonful, and it would be poof powder.
Yeah.
So, and I dumped a thing of pecans in it, chopped pecans, one of the little bags. Mm-hmm. And you bake it at like 350 for exactly 10 minutes, which is hard for me to remember. I had to set like 6 alarms to make sure and try to stay near the oven because
they're little.
Yeah, and because I forget that I bake stuff when I put it in the oven. But they are excellent.
She brought some last night. They were really good.
They're so good.
Really good.
Yeah. We'll have to link that little hard to remember recipe. If I can remember the recipe.
I want a demonstration.
Ooh, we could do that. It was tough. I was so mad.
I was thinking of some things that would make it easier. Stir it as you slowly pour.
Yeah.
Or smear the stuff out thin, sprinkle, and then kind of.
Yeah, if I'd have just laid the bag on the counter and smushed it and busted it up, it would have been fine. Yeah. So there's that. Like this weekend, I don't know if it's this weekend, but she's going to make homemade caramel for her turtles. Not pet turtles. She's making turtles with pecans, chocolate, and caramel. And she's going to make homemade caramel. Nice. Do you know what happens when I
tell her caramel's your favorite?
I did. It's also her grandson's favorite, so I probably won't get any. But
I know what happens when you cook caramel. The same thing that happens when I cook anything. You reach what I'll call the smoking point. Next thing you know, you're running through the house, opening windows, turning on fans.
Yes. Or I can hear my grandmother or my mom's voice saying, stir it. So I don't stop
You can't
stirring
stop stirring it. That's the thing. Anything you have to cook with a thermometer, I'm done.
Do you remember me telling you about Allison, my daughter? She was at least 18. She's only 21 now, but she was at least 18 when this happened. So I had her standing there stirring pasta, like a bag, with milk, and I was like, just stir it, don't let that stick in the bottom. Yeah. And I just wanted her to stir it while I ran, did something, and come back. And I got distracted. But she's just standing there stirring it with a spatula like this when I come in. And honest to goodness, I realized, like, if this is the pot, her hand is really close, and I'm thinking she's going to burn herself. That's what goes through my mind. And I'm like, I can take over now. She pulls the spatula out, and it's gone. She held it to the bottom and melted it. So when I scooped, there was red plastic in the bottom of the pot mixed in with the pasta. Okay. But I'll say this about her. She follows instructions very, very well, to the letter, to a fault. She'd be a great judge. She knows, there is no gray for her. It's just, this is what I'm supposed to do. But never once did it dawn on her to pull that off the heat source. Or did she realize that her hand was getting closer? It was a good thing she'd have had pliers on it.
I had a roommate from Sri Lanka. Her name was Roshani, and the recipe that she was making called for a whole egg. And so she just took the egg and threw it in there, started busting the shell up, mixed it in. Whole egg. Didn't say crack it first.
Oh my goodness.
That had to stink, though, when she was stirring it. The melting plastic smell.
Yeah. Yeah. I was trying to figure out how a whole egg stinks in my mind. I was like, I kind of looked at you like, what?
That's a possibility, too, because depending on the egg.
It is, especially at our house. Mm-hmm. With the fresh eggs, we both have chickens. I have 5. I'm happy with my 5.
We have more than 5.
Yes, you do.
We got 3 dozen eggs while we were gone for 5 days.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's great though.
Yeah. They're prolific layers.
They really are.
They're good.
I'm going to have to get a heater out there now that we're talking about chickens because it's going to get cold.
We have our heat lamp on, and I have some Christmas lights in there, so it's pretty swanky.
Nice.
Yeah. Spoiled chickens. But they're good chickens.
They are more of a pet at this point.
They're entertainment.
Yeah.
They belong there. It'd be weird not to have them.
Yeah, it would be. Because they're always, yeah. And in the winter, I usually let them what we call free roam, which means I just leave the pen.
Forage.
Yeah, the coop. The coop's open, but I mean the chicken pen is open, and they can go all over the backyard.
They like digging through the leaves.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice seeing them out there. Mm-hmm.
It helps, I think, get all those, especially those bugs that try to hide over winter.
Yeah.
That's the time to let them out, too.
Yeah. Whatever makes them happy.
Do you hear all those sirens?
I do hear those sirens. We have the windows open for some circulation, but
that's the
song of our people.
It is. It's Chickashay's anthem.
Mm-hmm.
Although most of the time I really think it's fire trucks responding because we have so many little towns around, and then of course if it's anything on the turnpike that cuts through, they have to go.
Yeah.
So they stay pretty consistent. It's not bad though.
No, not at all. What else do we have to talk about?
Well, we made a list, but
we did.
I was going down it.
We did pretty good staying on
track. We talked about Chickashay pretty good.
We did.
I thought.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But this is our first podcast, so give us a minute.
Yeah. We'll talk about our adventures.
Yeah.
We've adventured.
We have.
We've been around.
I don't know if I'm ready to talk about that.
We can do our own version of Is Oklahoma a Great State of
Yes, we could.
We've Remember we went and saw the dinosaur friends?
We did. In the Black Mesas.
Mm-hmm.
We've been a lot of places, actually.
Went coyote calling.
Ooh.
Lake Birchie.
Yep. It was further than that. It was like out in the country.
I'm not sure where it was.
And we could hear the coyotes off, I don't know, a couple miles away maybe. Mm-hmm. And then I decided to play a coyote mating call, or it was getting a rabbit.
YouTube video. Yeah. It was like sounds of the coyotes or whatever.
And then we heard coyotes closer and behind us, and they were coming in.
They were hollering back.
They were hollering back because I was mad talking trash. And
probably
they were like, oh.
Probably were. I used to have a turkey. I would do that too. I'd play turkey noises and I'd get all puffed up. Everywhere.
I control you.
Yeah. That's cool. No. Yeah, we'll have to get into more details about our trips and adventures.
Yeah.
One time we went on a drive. Saw a deer bigger than my car. That's not hard to have a little car. But I think between all the groups of deer we hit, we saw well over 100 deer.
Yeah,
for
sure.
Over 100 deer.
Yeah.
That night. So we're going to have to start recording these and incorporating them into our podcast. Like, we probably can't do remote live, but if we, record it.
Not unless we want to sound
when we go to.
Because, the wind does sweep across the plains here.
That waving wheat sure smells sweet. And the wind, what is it? The wind comes right behind the rain. We'll look those lyrics up.
We know them, but not right now.
No, it's on Broadway right now.
Is it? I had to memorize that song in school.
It's that parody of Oklahoma where they made everything dark, and it's basically an insult to the original.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Sarcasm.
Back to Hollywood being here.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. I'm not okay with them making the news.
No.
That is not.
Matt Damon was here a few weeks ago.
Local newspaper.
What was that girl's name?
I don't remember.
One of the ladies I work with, her son is a waiter, and he got his picture taken with her. Oh, it was right there. Bella Thorne was here. And most people were just irritated that they couldn't get down the road to their house more than impressed by her. I don't know her, so I can't speak to how she is as a person, but it seemed like she took pictures with everybody that asked and was very pleasant.
Everybody seemed very nice.
Yeah, so I have no qualms with anyone personally.
No, I don't think. I just don't know if I like the industry. There's something about a tax thing.
Well, like when they did
paid to make the movies here pretty much.
Yes, and then Verdon, they went in and redid that whole diner, so that she could shoot there or something. Mm-hmm. Was it?
Vivian's Cafe. They didn't have to redo it. They just had
they painted it.
They had to clear out that day.
So, okay. That's...
But I heard her telling everybody that the film crew said that everyone was more than welcome to set up lawn chairs, and watch, and
so they're being inclusive.
They're not.
They can't really stop you from watching anyway, so it's probably better just to say here, everyone sat here, and they feel invited and yuck it up. They said we could.
I've only heard good things, but what I'm tired of is, I could see the news saying, Leonardo DiCaprio is making a movie here, or, Matt Damon's making a movie there. That's fine. Or if you have an entertainment section and you want to go into more detail, but I'm so tired of that making headline news.
There's so many other good things happening in Oklahoma with people who have lived here their whole life. Mm-hmm. Even the guys on the Thunder do great things, and I would rather hear about what they're doing than the fact that a movie star is utilizing our country bumpkinness to promote a film that none of us will see revenue from, which is totally fine. I don't care about that. But I would like to be able to see the Thunder guys doing their Christmas thing or whatever. Not to knock Matt Damon, because he could come to the house anytime he wants. And,
he did, Mark Harmon from NCIS and Matt Damon,
they're great.
They were really beneficial to like the children's center in Bethany, and they would have that celebrity baseball thing or something like that. So I mean,
but did that ever really make the news?
No,
never because it wasn't about a movie. It's not about the people. It's about the fact that it's a movie.
And then I want to know how those movies are going to make the state look.
Yeah, I'm very concerned about like Osage County.
Yeah.
Or is that what it was called? Osage. It was Osage something.
Flower Moon. Children of the something. Is that book that was written that was really good? They're making a movie of it.
Oh, are they? This one's been out for a while, and it's. I didn't care for it.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
I mean, my movie taster.
Yeah.
But I didn't care for it. I just did not.
I like things with happy endings.
I don't care about happy endings. I just don't want it to be insulting.
I don't want to highlight negativity and throw it out there and exploit things. I don't see any
I've thought, like, what kind of movie would you make about Oklahoma to highlight it and it not seem hokey? Well, pretty much all the movies about football that Texas does, if we could have, because we're not as football centric as Texas is, of course, you can just look at the stadiums and know that as far as high school goes. But it would be nice if there was something like, you can't really do a whole movie about how kind the people are here, how generous the people are here, without throwing a tornado in first. I mean, some sort of a tragedy, a bomb, a tornado. There's not a lot of flooding where we're at, but up there is.
What about all the movies that try to include, like, the Native Americans, and then they come and they'll like do a casting so the Native Americans can participate in their movie, and then the movie turns out to be kind of anti-culture for them, doesn't really represent them or misrepresents them,
I've always wondered how
it's a
that
fine line.
Yeah.
I wonder what the Native American culture thinks about
that.
it.
We should ask.
And that's another thing Oklahoma has. Native American cultural centers.
Oh, yes.
Fantastic. The Chickasha, like that one down in Sulphur, or is it Davis, that area? Sulphur. Fantastic. I've been there a couple times. I love
going the new
there. So
one?
Beautiful.
That you went to, do you remember? And it had the story about the
bear.
In
Shawnee, there was one there. I will let me look it up. So way I'm not saying the wrong.
But they had really nice exhibits there. You said, like, telling the story of a bear.
Yes. Like the creation.
Yes, that's what it was.
Or
it was beautiful.
Like the creation story.
Yeah.
Shawnee.
And aren't they all free to go through?
I think it was. I think this particular one was. We went when they were just opening. Okay. The one I went to was the Citizen Potawatomi Nation Cultural Heritage Center.
And where's that?
It's in Shawnee.
Shawnee?
Yeah.
Potawatomi County?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
Can you say that? Potawatomi. Potawatomi. Yeah.
Potawatomi.
I like saying that. It's better than Chickasha, which is spelled Chickasha. Or Chickasha. Literally had someone say that today when they cold called me. Mm-hmm. I was like, ooh, brownie points for you for being super creative, but I'm not interested. That was clearly me hanging up.
Yes, Indian cultural centers are fantastic, and they have really awesome histories.
Yeah. And they usually have
You'll learn about us. We like our history.
We do.
We like our stories. We like our cultures.
Yes.
I saw that really awesome book you gave me.
Which one?
Leaning. I hope I don't pull the whole thing. That one you picked up?
Oh, yes.
By Cheyenne Campfires.
Yes.
See that. But it's got some neat stories in there, too.
So do you think we'll do a cooking segment one day?
Yeah.
You think
see us can stuff.
Ooh.
That's what we can do.
We should make jam the fast and easy way to make jellies and jams.
We can do it.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Just
with minimal effort.
Wait till spring and our harvests come rolling in. Well, Not really in spring. Wait a little bit after that, and then when the harvest is rolling in, then we'll get some stuff going.
I look like my harvest compared to yours looks like I came through your garden and took what you didn't pick.
I have a secret. I have a hobbit.
You do have a hobbit. Mm-hmm. You do. Yeah.
He does all the work, and I just pick out where things go. So I help.
You do help.
I water. I weed.
Yes. You pick bugs.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I go after the bugs.
Yeah, big time.
Yes.
And make your little solutions up that are not toxic.
Non-toxic is the way to go.
That's right.
We don't use the word organic around here because it's been government hijacked.
What does that mean?
It means they've legally defined it. And to qualify for organic, you have to meet their specifications. And you would think that means you'd have a lot of hoops to jump through. No. That was just a way of lowering the bar so that commercial industry farms who want to use pesticides that have been proven to be toxic to the environment to some level, if not people themselves, can be allowed onto the organic standard.
Yeah.
So, not knocking the term organic. Yeah, buy organic, support organic.
Yeah, you're not knocking the term organic. You're knocking what the government has done with that term to include negative.
And I'll say that buying local, growing local, grow your own if you can, share it with people, sell it to people, whatever you got to do to keep going. But it's important. Like, do you remember, like in the war, people used to have victory gardens because the grocery stores didn't have what you need? Look what's going on with the lettuce now. Yeah. Lettuce has been attacked. Somehow it keeps getting salmonella. Yeah. I don't even know how that happens.
I don't want to know how.
I don't know how that happens. And even if it happened, why aren't you washing your lettuce?
Yeah. Could you imagine how much that would cost for them? That's why.
I kind of have a theory. Like, farmers get subsidies. Like, if the wheat crop is too good, it makes the price drop. Yes. So what they'll do is they'll destroy some fields.
Oh.
Because then it lowers
at its finest.
It brings the price back up.
I'm not going to disagree with that.
I think that there's something suspicious going on.
But buying local, there's always, here, of course, I know we're in Oklahoma, but here I would say every block has a tomato in a pot or lettuce in the yard. Yeah. Every block, there's one person.
Yeah, somebody's growing something.
Yes. Ooh, that's for sure, because we just passed a law here.
With
for little toke, smoky.
Closet growers.
Yeah, we do.
No, seriously, though. Whether it's their squash plant or their okra, whatever that they like, they grow.
No matter how old and crotchety the guy is, because it's always the men, apparently, in my mind, that are old and crotchety. If you approach them, they'll be willing, it's been my experience, to teach you how to grow lettuce or how to grow the best tomatoes. Take it with a grain of salt, because everybody does what works in their yard.
Yeah, you have to adapt.
His yard might be different than yours. Or they're willing to share. And if they're older, they absolutely would appreciate the visit. And it just takes you stopping your dadgum car one day on the way home and getting out and knocking on somebody's door and saying, hey, when you have time, can I swing by and talk about your tomatoes in your pots and your lettuce? And who knows? You may have a friend, and you may leave with a bag of tomatoes.
And I'm going to tell you, a generation or two ago, they know how to appreciate food and what's homegrown. I got a call from my grandma last week because her pecan tree, it puts on pecans every year, but this was a bumper crop.
Yeah.
And this pecan tree was planted in their front yard. Their youngest daughter, my Aunt Emily, brought it home from kindergarten. It was a project, and they planted it in the fresh yard, and this is still that tree. And, she's older now. She's not old. She's not old, but it's been there, for a while, and it's still producing. And that's a paper shell pecan. And they have
the fancy ones.
They have the native pecans in the backyard, which are smaller and harder. But have a good flavor. they don't let those things go to waste.
No.
They pick them up, they share them. I took some out to New Mexico for my sister. You know, they will pack those in their freezer, give them away, do whatever they have to.
They'll shell them, clean them, and then pack them in gallon-sized bags or smaller and freeze them right on it with the Sharpie, the date. Yeah.
Because my grandma has freezers.
Yes.
She has freezers.
Yes.
Because that's
big stand-up or chest.
Fish, deer, their garden.
Ooh, Jeff got a deer this weekend. Super stoked. We're going to have jerky.
Deer meat's a thing here.
Killing deer's a thing here.
It's true.
If you do it legally and with your tags, I'm okay with it. I don't care for the poachers that I know are out there. They make it dangerous for everyone. But, man, it's so nice to have deer in the freezer.
Deer jerky.
Deer stew. Deer chuck. Deer ground. Backstrap.
The ground deer is good.
Yeah.
I like the ground deer. I'm not much on the deer steak.
Are those deer that live on the ground?
I'm not. Yes. Little deer.
I like miniature.
Miniature porn.
I like tree deer.
Ground dogs. We have prairie dogs. They are adorable.
They are adorable.
We will do a remote broadcast one of these days.
We'll have to.
Parallel forest.
Yeah.
That's our place. We'd like to go get lost there.
Yeah, we'll have to do.
Literally.
Yes.
Lost there.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Do you remember?
But we find ourselves.
I tracked the hiking, and when I looked at it, it was just this. Because we ended up where
we were looking for a theme. Parallel forest. Okay. What is the proper name for that reserve?
The Wichita Mountains?
Yeah, Wildlife Reserve. Okay. Wichita Mountain Wildlife Reserve in Lawton, basically. It's just north of there. They have a parallel forest.
Which was planted that way specifically by the...
It's one of those WP projects or something like that. Yeah.
And so... And they did an excellent job. When you stand, there's rows of trees, and when you look at an angle, they're angled perfectly this way. It's so beautiful. And something that I never hear anybody talk about, but the paths through the main paths that have just been worn down over time from people walking, they sparkle like glitter and gold because of the granite or quartz or something. Yeah, it would have to be quartz. It sparkles, so when a sun ray, because, when the trees are full, the sun ray hits it, it just sparkles. I have tried my hardest to video that, and you just can't pick it up. You have to be there. Yeah. And I really have never, in all of the time of living here and talking about the parallel forest, I've never heard anybody talk about the pathways sparkle.
They're beautiful.
Yeah. There's a little stream in the back.
I love that
stream. What's your meadow?
A meadow. That's my favorite place out there.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Full of wildflowers. That's just my thing. I love that.
There's also some rock built items that we were hunting for that day.
There's a round stone site of activity.
Well, we wouldn't know if there's activity because we never found it.
Every time I go there, I find it. I go there with her, weird things happen. We walked around for 2 hours. We were like so determined to find it. We were just ignoring all the rattlesnakes that are like,
yes. My hair got hung and my DNA left.
Ticks.
Yeah. Oh, do you remember that branch slapped me and it was nothing but ticks all down my face, little baby ticks in my hair? I mean, they were just like, oh, it was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad.
We didn't find it, but we later, you mapped it to show where we walked because of her watch or phone or whatever. Yeah. And it was probably that big area
we never crossed. What made us keep going, around that?
Cloaking spell.
Yes, that's what it was. Absolutely. Because there was something going on over there we didn't even know about.
I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist believer.
Same. And even if there's conspiracies out there that I don't believe in, I like to recognize in people that they don't, and so I take on the stance that I do, and I get really serious about it just to see how many buttons I can push.
Well, you learn more that way.
You do.
If you try to defend the position you're not sure about, you learn more.
Okay, so you know the video you sent me of the space.
Please be specific.
Of the space station, and below it was a craft.
Yeah.
Okay. So I sent that out to someone who will remain nameless. But I only did it because we've never really talked about that, and I just wanted to see
what their
reaction was. If they believe it, I'm fine with it. If they don't, I'm fine with it. It was just to see what their personality would do presented with this information. I sent the video with a single word underneath it that said thoughts ? I immediately get back how that is absolutely something I would believe in. That, yes. Yeah. This whole, and then I didn't respond at all. I just let them go down their little thing. And at the end, it was like, it would be cool if that were true, though. If it were real, though. And I thought, backpedal. And then
they were waiting to see what you said next.
Yes. I wanted to say, you just revealed a lot about yourself, because I never said I believed it was true. They just assumed because I sent it and said thoughts that I was hook, line, and sinker sold that was an alien craft being videoed by the government on the space station, past the astronauts' feet. So that is my new thing, is I just send it out.
Teasers.
Yeah, with just the word thoughts. And I also learned a little bit about that particular person, because his thoughts about me,
it just threw you into that category.
Yes, was that I apparently am gullible and whatever else. So it was very eye-opening, that one word in that video.
That video, it was like when they showed the spacewalk.
We can link that video.
Because NASA space is becoming a thing. I even heard one of the news anchors say, if there's a World War III to be fought, it will happen in space.
No, it won't.
That's what for news media to say it, shows you everyone's attention's going up.
Yeah. I had about 9 funny things to say there. I agree. I agree that
below.
I agree that they're really focusing on above. For lots of different reasons. There's a lot of tech and money going that way.
Yeah. It's just weird. They're trying to recreate the whole space race again. We lived through that once. You just can't redo it. It's like, when they try to redo Steel Magnolias. I don't think it's ever as good a second time.
No, it's not.
So it's really hard for people to get on board with this.
Yeah. Well, we're shown so many things that are CGI'd already, just in movies. Shoot, I have an app on my phone that can make it look like I've stopped a jet with my hand. Not well, but it does do that. For anybody to say that we went to space doesn't have the same value as when we went to the moon, because to travel just across the United States or to go to Europe was kind of cumbersome. And so to fly to the moon, oh my goodness. Well, now I have a friend that owns an airplane and flies to Dallas, go to lunch from here and flies back. It's like nothing.
It's just not the same. There's no, it's really hard to shock or amaze anyone. And, news used to try to do, I remember when I was younger, it was always stay tuned at 6:00, or Paul Harvey's rest of the story. I'm sorry, with technology, when it happens, the world knows.
Already knows.
And there's typical video or whatever. Yeah, but there'll be something out there. There's those people that are on top of it and they record it. Yes. And then when it disappears, and that's how you know you got something. Yeah. If it's a video that's circulating and no one's interrupting it, then it's probably just
farce.
Yeah. Not to be paid attention to.
If you saw it and can never find it again, probably really happened. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to draw in my eyebrows. Not that I do that regularly.
I tried. I thought it was okay up here, and then I went downstairs and looked in the bathroom light. It was like the worst color of orange yellow. I had to like get a washcloth and I was scrubbing my eyebrows and then I thought I wasn't getting it off, but then I thought, no, they're red from me scrubbing it.
Yeah.
So I had to wait.
Last night I was looking in the video like I do have hair here. It's just so blonde that it looks like it stops right there.
When I would color my hair, which we've stopped coloring.
Oh, yeah.
We don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
And that was not because gray hair was cool. That was just because I was darn tired of it.
It was really hard to make all of this color the same.
Yeah.
Without paying, and I won't pay.
No. So the ends of my hair looks different than the top.
Mine too.
But I have not colored it in like
years.
And I cut it off really short.
Yes, I did too. I cut mine.
You cut yours you had the chin and the up thing. Was it like you had the angle?
No, I had it kind of layered in the back and like the Karen look, sort of. But curly.
Anyway,
that's
when I would color my hair, I would do my eyebrows.
Allison does that.
And I think that's what I should do is, they have those for men to get the gray out of their mustache.
Yeah.
I need that for my eyes, my eyebrows.
Yeah. The Seahawks are playing right now, so I'm getting updates on it.
I like birds. I like actual Seahawks. But I will not watch a sporting event.
Oh, I will. Yeah.
I'm not. No.
And this weekend, I never go to Walmart.
I go to Walmart too much. It's scary.
I don't go to Walmart. But Sunday, I realized I needed fingernail polish remover. And so I drive all the way to Walmart. I buy fingernail polish remover, shampoo for Turner, dog shampoo, pimento cheese.
I love pimento cheese.
A muffin pan.
The mini muffin.
And a gray Hanes sweatshirt.
Short sleeve shirt. And make a crop top.
Yeah. No, I want the beads. So
fringe it.
So I had it for a full day at my house. Made a special trip to get it and pimento cheese, and I did not use it.
Pimento cheese.
I ate the pimento cheese last night. But I mean the fingernail polish remover.
Oh, fingernail polish remover.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So I've looked at my nails all day, thinking how disappointed I am in myself that I made a special trip to buy 97 cents worth of fingernail polish remover.
I like them. You can't tell. Hold it up there.
You can tell. Especially on that one.
Okay.
Because I pick it off.
Yeah. That's what I'll do it too.
Yeah.
One chip and then it's just gone.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I peel off layers on my
Something else I won't pay for is to get my nails done.
I don't do that either. I try to be
as minimal as possible.
No, I don't have to try. I have to put effort into
Same.
Grooming.
Yes.
I bathe.
Hey.
But I don't.
Hey, I put on lipstick, eyeliner, and eyeshadow. No, mascara. I don't even own eyeshadow.
I did this for you.
Yeah. See? Mm-hmm. Maybe a little for me because I think
when we did it last night, we didn't have lips.
We did it. We did.
Or eyebrows.
No, we're gonna have to put a coffee maker up here.
Because I have another Keurig.
Oh, let's do that.
In fact, I think it worked better than the new.
I will open a bank account for Coffee Fund. Every week I'll deposit.
But you know what? I tell you, my Keurig. I like my Keurig. Those K-cups are convenient, but I'm about tired of it.
Yeah.
Plastic, people. Plastic is getting into our drinks and our foods. Now, I'm not like the California ban the straw. Mm-mm. I'm not that nutcase, but I gotta tell you, I haven't liked plastic for a while.
Well, what was...
Not since they started changing the water bottles.
Yeah, where they won't even stand. I buy my water bottles based, like my packs of water, based on whether or not they'll stand up.
On their own. Or not wilt
in the heat. What was it? I cannot remember the percentage, but fish in the sea now have plastic in them. So we're consuming plastic by the fish that we eat. Mm-hmm. We'll have to find that article.
Yeah, and I mean, I was thinking about the tea bags are the same way. They've changed what tea bags used to be a type of fiber, like a natural fiber. I wouldn't know exactly what it was. I don't think it was cotton, but it was not plastic mesh, and now like the tea bags are plastic mesh, and so when you steep your tea, you're getting like high levels of particles of plastic in your tea, and that just disgusts me for some reason. I don't want to drink plastic, so now I've got to look for like loose leaf tea, and I think I'm on my Keurig. I'm gonna start doing they have a, the reusable one.
Yes, that's what I have.
And I think the flavor on that will be better anyway.
Yeah,
because
I have that.
Pack it in there.
Yes, I can make it as loose or as tight as I want. That's what we use. Yeah. And I also grind my own beans, so that's nice to have my own. Yeah. I'm not a coffee buff, but I know what I like.
But I mean, I'm not against the K-Cups. I use those. Those are convenient. But I am looking.
I can't find that
for an alternative
article. I'll have to do better about not bringing things up I don't remember exactly.
Wait, what article?
On the fish, what the percentage of fish have plastic in them, or what the percentage of plastic is in a fish.
They just I forgot where it washed up, but one of the large sperm whales.
Yeah.
That was found dead with over 250 pounds of garbage in its stomach.
They said something in a different article, by like 2050 there'll be more plastic in the sea than fish.
I think it's already.
I think it's got to be already there. Because 2050, man,
that's already there.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's 30 years.
And here's the thing. I mean, plastic, there are alternatives.
I thought about that actually today. Like there's the glass.
You go to glass. That would be an easy thing to recycle. We would all know it's glass.
Who would do it?
I think you can. Some cities make it mandatory.
Yes.
To recycle. Like you can. Get
I guess
fined.
I am in the Oklahoma bubble where we just, not us, but you burn trash in the backyard,
and that's fine. Yeah. I mean, you're still containing your own waste.
Yes. Yeah.
It's not landfilling in the ocean or something.
But that is right. A lot of states or cities or whatever have the ordinance where you have to recycle.
But glass, I'll recycle, glass. I mean, paper can burn.
Yeah.
And it decomposes. It's fine. So, I mean, I don't think it's necessary to recycle, like even cardboard or whatever. But plastic, the thought of recycling plastic disgusts me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, it already is what it is, and you're going to make it a lesser quality. Yes. And they're making clothes out of recycled plastic, which disgusts me even more.
Like leggings and things are majority.
Like, I'm sure the ones I have on, they don't have to label it.
Oh, really?
Right? It doesn't say made out of recycled plastic.
And does that leach into your skin?
It probably does. It probably.
I don't see how that works.
I don't see how it doesn't. It's like in all our fibers. It's, fabric is.
Let's go back to double knit.
Polyester.
Yep.
I think polyester is actually an oil product, a byproduct of oil.
Yeah, like you drill into the ground, black oil shoots up, and then when that's done, polyester pants start flying out.
They last forever.
If you're lucky, you get a 3-piece suit with brown buttons.
My great-grandma, Grandma Merrily.
The one zipper?
Oh, no. She had the skirts and the, jackets.
Yes,
with
the vest.
Yeah, everything.
Did she wear the silky rayon or whatever shirt with the big tie that
she
you tied
had some with the ties, but she also had some with the ruffles down the thing.
Yes.
Some plain ones. But and I loved her colors because they'd be like that bright peach yellow plaid.
Yes.
It looked mostly peach.
Please tell me she smoked Virginia Slim 100s and a gold snap. Oh.
No smoking, no drinking.
Yeah,
she was a
bummer.
Yeah.
When Granny, they were pastors, of a church, and they would have a rummage sale. So people would bring clothes. Well, people would always bring what we would call vintage now. Old double knit and whatever. Yeah. And there was this dress, and it was green and cream plaid, and it had the built-in belt that was attached with the brown buckle in the front, but it zipped with a metal zipper all the way up the back.
Metal zipper. You hear that, y'all? A metal zipper.
I wore that thing to death.
Gorgeous.
In the late 80s, early 90s.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. It was fantastic.
I like quality things.
Yeah. Even though it was
I like quality
double knit, I loved it.
I tell you, I discovered a new store.
Oh.
Like, we used to shop Torrid.
Yeah.
We were Torrid girls.
Yeah.
You know.
Torrid.
I mean, yeah.
Torrid.
And they're good because they have seams and stitching, a nice
and they have
variety.
nice little details.
The cuts, they take the female shape into consideration. I think they do it really
all
well.
female shape.
But there's one J. Jill now. Jill.
Like Jay or J?
J. Dot.
Jill. Okay.
J. Jill. And I would say they're kind of investment pieces. I mean, I couldn't just revamp my wardrobe every year with them because their stuff is pricey, but they have the things you could buy, you know, like that would last because they have the accent pieces, you know, but so then they have the investment pieces. Your
slacks, your jeans, your jackets, your sweaters, and then roll on over to Walmart and get your t-shirts and
scarves, whatever.
Yeah.
It's I'm excited about that store. Yeah, but I have a goal to lose weight. Of course, everybody does before I buy. I got to get down 2 sizes before I will buy.
Before you'll invest.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I'm going to hit.
And that's not, you know, like, my joints hurt.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it for, like, vanity or because I think I have good Lord. I mean, I don't even do my hair and makeup like this. So it's not a vanity thing. No. It's just time to get with it, y'all.
Yeah.
It's just time.
We're at the age now that it's going to really start adding up quickly.
4 O's are real, and your body changes.
Yes.
And my joints and everything. I'm not gonna go down that road.
It's harder to build muscle now. It's doable. Yeah. But it's harder.
Yeah.
It's harder to do things when you have extra weight anyway. And so when I'm older than I am now, I want to be able to, you know, hold a gallon of milk and pour it without having to buy half gallons because I can't lift them.
I don't want the medical bills either.
No
for
way.
Preventable illnesses and stuff.
Yeah.
So hopefully through this journey of our podcast, you will see some healthy improvements. At least here because I got to get with it.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. I've been working on that. So
I've done amazing.
Yeah.
You're a motivation.
Yay. What is it? 82 pounds I've lost? Yeah. So
that is amazing.
Yeah. And I'm not a workout buff or a huge walker. Really, I just literally changed my diet, my mindset. And I'm not a sweet eater. I did eat sweets. I was a addicted Dr. Pepper drinker. Yeah. Always had one with me like a baby with a bottle.
Sugar.
Yes, and I ate lots and lots of bread. I still eat bread. I just limit it to really good bread. I'm really picky.
And when you want it.
Yeah, like, when I want it. Know. Yeah. Yeah. I cut out things like potato chips and stuff, but if we're having nachos for dinner, I'm obviously going to eat. I don't even buy special ones, but I change my portions.
When you eat at home, you've won half the battle.
Yeah, because you've won
half the battle. Yes. I don't care if you did make a sandwich with that bread and those chips. If you're choosing that over a fast food drive-through, you've just saved probably, no joke, 1,000 calories.
Yes. And then when I do eat out, if I order a hamburger, I tear it apart. I don't eat any of the bread on the outside, or I only eat one piece of bread with it, or I eat no bread with it, depending on what it is. I don't get French fries. I make sure to order a water.
Explore the menu.
Yeah.
Like when we were stopping like on Albuquerque and stuff, like when we stopped at Brahms, I got their chili.
Yeah.
You know?
Something I would never
get. Sour cream and some cheese, and I thought, so much. Brahms makes good burgers, but I mean, for me, it was so much better than burger fries.
Right.
And then,
which is the combo that they offer. So you just say, give me a number 2.
1, 2.
Yeah. Yeah. I will say Brahms has a mushroom and Swiss burger.
I did try that. You told me about
that. Did you
like
it?
Yeah, it was really good.
And then they have the chicken one too.
I didn't try the
beef. I liked the beef better. So I do eat what I want when I want to. I just don't do it as often as I used to.
Yeah.
And then it tastes better.
It's like
and
a treat.
I enjoy it more. But like at Thanksgiving, I was like, I'm eating. This is what it's about. I'm eating whatever I want at Thanksgiving as much as I want. And then
you don't have to be afraid of food.
Yeah. You know? I'll just if it bothers me, I'll walk an extra block, or I will hold off on any fast food for the next week. And if I gained a pound or two for Thanksgiving, it just goes away.
Yeah, because our bodies, we fluctuate, and that's just life. So we're just riding the waves.
So literally to get healthier, and then hopefully after the first of the year, I'll be able to buy. I'm going to have to, because I've been buying clothes that are too big for me.
Yeah.
Because I don't have it in my mindset yet that I am sizes smaller.
Hey, guess what, y'all? Stacy's going to have to fly solo for the next few minutes because there's something I didn't factor in.
What?
Bathroom breaks.
Ooh, well, we could just end it here.
We might have to.
It's been an hour and 15 minutes of rambling.
My apologies, but I think it was all the talk about food and movement.
Well, I chugged that coffee, too.
Oh, it was the coffee.
It was the coffee.
I'm going to have to switch that to water and make it look like I'm drinking coffee.
Yeah. Don't judge us by our first, attempt at this. Come back, because one of us is really educated and one of us is really hilarious.
And I'm here too. So
that is not how I expected that to go.
You never know what you're going to get.
So we're signing off now. We didn't even talk about.
I thought you were going to give me a high five. I was like, are we doing this?
No, I'm just talking with my hands, trying to figure out how to close out.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
This is something we want to do for a while. This is our first go at it. There will be many more to come, and just stick with us, visit with us. Love you guys.
Yeah, send us a comment if you want to hear us talk about something. We will do the research on it and educate ourselves. We call it
no apologies for who we are or what we think. We are just what you see.
Yeah,
you get what you get.
Us. Yeah.
Yeah. And we don't mean to offend anyone, but we're not out to appease anyone.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
No. All right. See you later.
Good job.